Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at sportsmemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the sportsmemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to sportsmemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. Sportsmemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Can you imagine eating chicken nuggets on a water slide?
I would not advise you to do that.
Soggy chicken nuggets. He needs to try the new.
He want to be slow, sir.
He's got to try the new. Berry Blast Sprite on the water slide because it's liquid on liquid. You should be fine. I love John. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. This idea sucks. Just being honest. There is no world where Jey Uso beats Boba Fett. There is none.
No.
I don't care if you have all 15 members of the Bloodline out there at once. I don't care.
14 of them shall smack Jey Uso.
Yeah, one's spiking his own brother, and they're going to have that thing because now we're going to get Solo and Roman at SummerSlam. Can't wait for that. That's going to be a nightmare. Well, aloha, mother fathers. Welcome in another edition of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast here on the Inside Edge Network. Dude, I know you're on vacation, man, but what the fuck are you doing?
Hold on.
Your whole ass eating dinner during this.
Hold on. These are watermelon slices.
Oh, God.
I just finished it up.
Listen, we're not beating the accusations right now, buddy. Come on, what are we doing? Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, he spilled that all over himself.
Dude, can't you tell I'm on vacation mode?
Oh my God, he doesn't give a fuck. Well, welcome in everybody. It's another great edition, episode 128. I can see that because it's at the top of the screen, which is cool. Yeah, how about that? Kyle Cornell, Double A Anthony Alfred with you as always, and in the middle, Jake Underwood joins us here for a special edition of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. So excited to have him on the show today. There it is. I was waiting for the applause.
They just follow me around wherever I go.
It's crazy you pay them to do that. It's nuts.
Yeah, right. Like I can afford that.
Hey, Jake, can I address something real quick? I just have to.
You're a guy. Don't wear a dress.
No, not this week. Last week you was on with Kyle. It was like 100 degrees outside.
Oh, here we go.
And you had a suit and tie.
Full ass suit.
Yep.
How did you do it? Give me tips on how to pull that off. I'm sweat. It's 70 something right now, and I'm sweating.
So the best way to do it, honestly, is the shirt that I had on underneath. It was the athletic material that's very breathable. I have that, or I have linen. So they're not like regular dress shirts. It's a linen dress shirt, or it's like the stretchy athletic fit, so it breathes. That's the best way. That's how I go.
It's still multiple layers.
Yeah,
and it's hot out.
Well, yeah. I mean, really, it's the sport coat, and then the tie, and then the shirt. It's really not multiple layers. You would wear that normally.
That's literally though. It's a shirt and then a jacket, so that's 2 layers.
Really depends on who you ask. I mean, if that's
I feel like the general 9 out of 10 doctors recommend that is correct. And
who are we quoting doctors about?
You know what? I hope you enjoy your 78-degree air conditioning. You know,
dude, I walked into I turned it off yesterday when I came after the game because I had a game for Colton for baseball, and I turned my AC off, opened the windows. I'm like, you know what? It's a little bit cooler outside. It's gonna be okay. 86 degrees in my apartment when I walked through the door. I got smacked in the face like Jey Uso should have been for being in the King of the Ring tournament. When I walked in that door, I was like, holy shit! Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, I got my house set to 72.
Oh, okay. All right.
I wish.
Funny thing. I actually wore my Yeet
shirt. It, but 72.
Good. I actually wore my Yeet shirt to the gym earlier today. So it's laundry day. You got to go. You got to dig in the crates. You know?
He was setting off the clunk alarm at Planet Fitness because he was throwing weights around. Fucking Yeet.
You're like, boy. Yeah, actually, I need to open my window.
He's getting watermelon all over. Now it smells like watermelon in his apartment.
Listen, I got a new flavor of out pouch coming tomorrow. They got the menthol ones now. It's watermelon kiwi menthol. And it's 12 nicotine. Oh, I'm ready. I'm wired.
Only menthol I use is on my lower back when I play tennis.
Nah, see, you're missing out.
Oh man, that's fantastic. I'm glad you're here, Jake, with us this week on the pod, and this is gonna be an exciting show.
We're not gonna get anything done today. I just want you guys.
We're not gonna get. I sent the rundown. I thought to myself, why?
We're gonna get through one topic probably.
We'll get through one. First off, thank you guys. Thank you all for praying and for my family and stuff. My grandma passed away last weekend. When this taping's out, her viewing will be today, and then the services are tomorrow. So thank you. It's been hard to even though this was expected, 91 years, man, that's a full life, man.
It's a hell of a life, man.
That 91 years. Growing up, I had the pleasure, I had the honor to every weekend I go to grandma's every weekend. Lucky me. I knew all the stuff that was going on with the family growing up, but all the stuff, all the juice. No, but lucky me, man. It was, man, it's a throwback to when everyone knew each other, right?
Yeah.
Neighbors knew each other. She was everyone's grandma on Heath Ave and east side of Cleveland, 93rd and Union, Heath Ave. She was everyone's grandma. She did not, if you were playing on, basketball, whatever it may be, just walking up down the street, you need something to eat, she got an open plate for you. It's great. She had rules. It was number one, there was no such thing as sleeping in. So, 8 o'clock, 8:30, better be ready for breakfast. And the breakfast was worth it. But better be ready. There's no sleeping in. you can, we can play outside or do video games or whatever, but when it's time for stories, you turn it off. Like, me and my brother, me and my younger cousin, like we're in the fourth quarter of Madden, whatever, like we about to go to overtime.
You're not.
You better speed up that clock, get it done by 12:25. First off, it was the numbers, the lottery numbers, and then Young and the Restless. You better turn that TV better be ready to go.
Yeah.
For her stories. And until she couldn't anymore, that TV was locked in on CBS at 12:30 all the way through. Whatever CBS had on, she was watching it. And that was just the whole thing. And then, yeah, man, I mean, it's so much, it's weird because it's, you see her love and appreciation, but you also see her pain at the end. So, selfishly, we want to keep our loved ones forever, and to be honest, I know none of us live forever, but she was one of those that you just think in your mind, she's going to live forever. Like she's going to be there and silly me, it's the lesson upon life, so, it's one of those things I haven't really been able to. I know it's our job to talk and have thoughts on everything, but I haven't really been able to put into words. I probably won't be able to put into words until after the funeral services and stuff. But she's going to be missed. She's going to be very much missed. And I thank her thank you, Grandma, for everything that you've done for me, for the family, for everyone, man. And there's not one person I've met who's had a bad word to say about you. And it was so funny, the final couple days, she wasn't really in a state to talk or anything like that, but we're telling stories, childhood stories, talking about her and, and her husband, our granddad and family and stuff. And even though she couldn't talk, I saw it a little bit. She perked up, and I want to believe that she heard what we were saying, and that's all you can, I'm one of the luckiest people in the world. I have great family, phenomenal friends and support system and everything like that. And Jake, probably one of the reasons why I wanted you on the show today, I've been through a lot personally this year. My family has been through a lot this year. If we did not have tough conversations, us three and others about Jesus, and I don't, and listen, I'm not going to sit here and be like, hey, whatever, but I'll just be real. This is, us, everyone watching, they know us. If we didn't have those tough conversations and I didn't turn my life to Jesus, I don't know where I would be and how I can handle this. I feel like as bad as this summer has been personally, because of him, I have a better handling of going through these times right now. And I think our family will be, it's going to hurt, but we're going to be okay. So, thank you for that. For those who don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, WrestlePalooza. I hate that this great story starts with a stupid wrestling name.
It's going to come back. Don't you worry about it.
I know.
They'll find a way.
I hate it. I wish man, this journey started after SummerSlam. No, WrestlePalooza.
Well, what was the it was the AEW pay-per-view, and then what was the pay-per-view after that? Because it was the WWE one too, right?
That was WrestlePalooza was the WWE one. The AEW one may have been like All In or one of those ones.
Okay, yeah, it was the one in Dallas, right?
Yeah, you're thinking All In, and then Saturday night's main event was that same night. That was when Goldberg retired.
Was it that one? When we first had like the talk about some things, and then it was just we just kind of left it, and we were like, and I did the like, well, if you guys want to go to church, let me know. If you ever want to do that, let me know.
It might have been briefly brought up, but I vividly remember WrestlePalooza. We hashed it out for a solid 4 hours.
Oh,
after the
yeah.
show.
Yeah, no, that was
The night I knew. Like that was, and everyone watching, listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you on that night, I went to church the next day because I did it.
Mhm.
But Jake stayed with me, periodically sent clips to the church that we go to, that we drive an hour to go to, and it's worth the drive.
It's a good church.
And he kept sending me clips like, hey, check it out, buddy. Check it out. He was patient with me. And I finally, top of the year, I got to do it. And I'll be back next week. And then I'll be back next week turned into I'm there as much as I can pretty much every week for the last 6 or 7 months now.
Yeah.
And then, I can't tell Kyle's story better than he can. But a few months later, he had a lot of stuff going on and reached out. He came to the decision, and ever since late April, every week we've been going. And it's worked for us. Yeah. And it will be selfish of us not to spread that to others.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at the very least, check it out. I mean, I found that church on the way back from DC.
It's Grace Fellowship Church is in Niles, Ohio, and anybody's curious, it's a great, phenomenal church.
Yeah, I found that I was on the way back from DC. I was driving, and I mean, that's when I was like really in it, working with politics and stuff. And I was like, this is some evil stuff. And I was back and forth with my relationship with God, and I wasn't really all in with it. I wasn't both feet in. I was like, a toe here, a toe there. And just, I just the feeling that I had going into some of the places in DC, I'm like, there's some really, like, I don't want to say demented evil stuff, but demented evil stuff that's going on here. And I need to have the best defense that I could have. And it was somebody that I knew. I still talked to her occasionally, but not like I was at the time. But she went to that church, and it just so happened to be the same one that I watched on YouTube a few times when I was, traveling around. Because I mean, I was on the road for a good part of 2 years. I was maybe home in total for 2 months out of that span. So it was 22 months on the road. Went to 47 different states, and I would have to stay grounded. And it started off as a bid. But when things started getting overwhelming, we're setting up venues and we're testing mics and we're doing all this stuff at different venues around the country. I would just start screaming in the middle of it all. And, it became like, that's the bit. Everybody, that's what we would end up doing. And that turned into, working in DC, you have to make sure that you keep your integrity. And the only way you're going to be able to do that and keep your humanity is by realizing that it's bigger than just you. And that God put you there for a reason, and there's a purpose. And and Double A, I know I talk about it with you a lot. I mean, you remember I was quick to get angry, and man, I'd say some off the wall stuff. And now I'm like, well, what's the point of getting angry? Like, what is that going to do? Is it really going to do anything? Yeah, it'll be funny in the moment, but it'll also be awkward if I just start snapping on people. There's really no point in doing it. All right, whatever. Yep. Okay. And especially, I can look at the moments in my life where there have been those little personal things that you have to overcome, and you're going, okay, like the reason I strongly believe the reason why I have the job in radio that I do, is because I get these gut feelings, and when I get them, I just pray on them, and it's like, all right, put me where you need me to be, but just give me a little bit of a heads up, that's all. Because at the time, I mean, I was working in politics. People wanted me to run for a very specific office here in Ohio, and we were getting ready to do that. And then Charlie Kirk gets murdered, and I get calls from all over the country just telling me like, hey, we really need you to get back into radio. You're really one of the only people that I know that can sit there and have discussions with people who completely disagree with you and might even hate you because of the way that you think, but you're open-minded, and you go, all right, well, you're allowed to have that opinion. And they'll be screaming at you, cussing at you, and you're like, all right, no, you're allowed to think that way. By all means, that's, you're allowed. Your opinion's your opinion. You're allowed to be as wrong as you want to be. But, like it's just that when you get that gut feeling, when you get that intuition, trust it and turn it over to God. And, the prayer that I would do, I'd say, use me the way that you need me Like, do with me what you will. Just use me the way that you need me to be used. But if it's a major change, just give me a few weeks heads up. That's all I ask. And I literally found out about this job like a week before I was on air, and I hadn't been on air for like a year. Last time I was on air before coming back home was in LA, and had very good ratings. A lot of people like the ratings, but but and it was one of those where I'm going, can I do this every single day? Like this is really it. And you have to look at those hardships in your life and realize that they're preparing you for something bigger. So if you're going through a rough moment right now, what is it that God's preparing you for? What's the blessing that you're going to have? Because you could be stressed out about being busy. Like I could easily be stressed out. I'm not exaggerating. I work from 7 a.m. I usually get in about 7:30. I'll be honest. So I work 7:30 to about 1 or 2, come home for an hour. Now that's including the half an hour drive home. So I hang out for about 30 minutes, and then I get back to work, and I'm working until sometimes 10, 11 o'clock, maybe even 1 or 2 in the morning. Wake up at 5 or 6, and I do it all over again. I do that every day. And then on the weekends, I go to events to try to build up the publicity for the show so people know that we're there, because they have no idea that AM 1420 is even a thing, or 102.9 FM are free when you search the Jake Underwood Show on Extra Rumble. Like they don't like they don't know that all that stuff's there.
My bad.
Right, you okay?
Summer cold. My bad.
Summer cold.
But it's just, as I was saying, I could look back and see that that jerk boss that I had at iHeart. Kyle knows who I'm talking about. That jerk boss that I had at iHeart that didn't know what he was doing, even though he's never been to Cleveland but a few times. He didn't know what he was doing, right? So then that guy working for that guy and dealing with the stuff that I had to deal with, that prepared me for when I was on the road and I had to deal with stuff. And then what that taught me prepared me for being on the road, and the patience that I learned on the road prepared me for that next step, and so on and so forth. You can see the stepping stones as they're laid out in front of you. Now, you could either be mad and stubborn and sit there and say that, well, it's not for me. This isn't what I want to do. And you can do that. You're going to notice that you get stuck somewhere, and you're going to be really upset, and you're going to be more frustrated. But, there's a path for everyone. And I don't know that it's one set path. I think it branches off into a lot of things. I think the way that it's set up is you start off on one path, and then you kind of veer off and you get into the sludge. And eventually you're either up to here in sludge, or you walk your way over to the other path, and that's the path that you're on. But God gives you what you need. That's the main thing. If you give him what he wants, he's going to give you what you need. It might not necessarily be what you want. I mean, we all want a brand new car that runs incredibly in the driveway, but we don't have the money for it. But you're going to get a car that you need. You're going to be able to get the opportunities to get the things that you need. It might not always be comfortable. And that's where I think people they confuse comfort with Christianity and following God. It's not going to be comfortable. It's very uncomfortable. I mean, look at what people had to go through. Go read the book of Acts and realize what they had to go through. It's not going to be the most comfortable thing, but if you stick it out, it's going to pay. It's going to pay off. It really is. And I don't know, for me, I had offers to go back to iHeart, and I could have done that. It didn't feel right. I mean, I love the people that work there. I would have loved to go back there, but just something in me, it's like, I don't know. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. And I probably would have more money, because I would have been able to have different jobs and, bigger opportunities, I should say, not necessarily better. But I end my show every day with tell someone about Jesus today, give them some good news. I don't know that I'd be able to do that at iHeart. I don't know that would be actually encouraged at iHeart the way that it is where I work now. So it's just one of those where things are going to line up. Well, and I needed to know that I could do it on my own.
Yeah, I think that's huge too, man.
Like, a part of having faith, not only in God, but knowing that, you're being set on the right path is taking those chances on yourself. And that's what I've done. And I'm going, all right, this is in your hands. If I fail, I fail. This is where we're at. Like, I'm either going to be homeless or I'm going to be all right. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. But, you have to have that kind of faith, not only in yourself, you have to trust your work ethic, but also trust God's got you. That's the main thing to remember through all the hard times and everything going on. God's got you. And I know it's hard to believe that, especially if you come from a home that People might not have had your back the way that you feel that they should have. I get it. I understand that. But understand that God's got you. God knew you, before anybody knew you. And he knows what you can do and what you can't do. So he's going to test you sometimes. And when he does, I'm going to tell you now, a lot of people, they make the mistake. They lean back, especially when they first accept salvation. They start to lean back, and they don't lean in like they should. And you have to, it's the first chapter of the Bible. Look at Genesis. Look what happened when Adam ate the apple. What did he do? I'm hiding from you. And God's like, buddy, Adam, where you at? We just got the naming all the animals. I gave you a woman. What are we doing here? And, and Adam's hiding. And God's like, what are you hiding for? And he goes, well, I'm naked. I'm ashamed. And he's like, who told you were naked? And that's when sin was introduced. I'm obviously giving like a very short version of it all. You're going to have people going, well, and technically, shut up. But, at that moment, you saw the exact opposite of what we should be doing. But what we do, it's human nature. When we feel ashamed, we want to hide. We don't want to expose ourselves and lean in even more. But when people are going through stuff, that's what I would tell them to do. And that's what I do. And I think that's why I've had some, success, and I'm happier. I'm just a happier person with everything that I got going on. It just lean in. Even when you start to think back to the bad things that you did before you accepted Christ, before, you knew Christ, Christ knew you, but, lean in on that, pray on that, apologize for it. Every Sunday they say a prayer and they lead new people to God. And instead of just repeating what the pastor says, I change it to like, thank you for dying for me. I know that you did that, and thank you for that. And I'm sorry that I make the mistakes that I do. And I do try to be a better person. I think I'm better now than I was a year ago. I try to lead a good example so that when people look at me and they go, this guy's talking about God, I don't want them to think that I'm a hypocrite and acting like, a jackass all the time. So I try to do better. And I think I've done better, but I just lean in. If you got questions, if you're not feeling confident about something, lean in as hard as you can and just embrace it, and know that you're not going to get what you want. You're going to get what you need. And sometimes that involves answers that you don't necessarily want, but right.
Or like, because that was one of the questions I had. I'm like, we're presenting this like, this is how it's supposed to be, and you accept it, you like it. I'm like, why? And just the whole thing. I'm with it there.
And one more thing I just want to say. Keep in mind that churches and religion have done more damage to Christ's reputation than Jesus ever did.
Or Jake the Snake.
Hey, you do wrestling, am I right?
Kyle is so disappointed in me right now.
What else is new?
Hey, what is Stone Cold? Never mind. King of the Ring.
If I can for a second too, guys, I don't know if you know this about me, but sometimes I tend to dominate the conversation in certain situations. I thought it was important for me to sit back in these moments, especially with Double A. Beautiful what you said about your grandma, and I never got a chance to meet her, and that's a shame for me. There's a couple people in your life I wish I could have met that I didn't get a chance to, which sucks, at least on my end, me being selfish. But I will say this whole experience, Jake and Anthony talked about it. Yeah, it was a tough spot back in April. Just a lot of things going certain ways, personally, financially, even still. It's still tough. It's a struggle. These guys know what I'm talking about. It's we're not millionaires. We're not making a crazy amount of money. We picked a profession. We love this profession, and we understand that a lot of people don't make a lot of money doing this. This is kind of just what it is. Even the most successful people are not making what some people are making down at the damn Aldi. It is what it is. Like it's tough. It's tough in what we do. And being able to, and I'm still not perfect at this, being able to fully just give it to God, to Jesus, and letting him kind of just lead the way. And you're almost the backseat driver at that point. You're kind of just hanging out. Like, you can say some things. At the end of the day, he's got the wheel. He's going to be the one making the turns. He's going to be the one pushing the gas or pumping the brakes. And you just got to kind of make sure you strap on your seatbelt and deal with it. Because you really can't. We can do things and we can make choices that we're given, and we have different roads we can take, as Jake mentioned before. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what road you take. Again, you're not the one driving on it. So it's taken me a long time, and it's still a process for me to be able to fully lean in and fully get into my Bible and fully understand what this all means and my role in all of it and how I need to serve properly and all of that. But there's been drastic change just from my life as far as my hope, my aspirations, what I feel. I mean, in the midst of all this, we started the show. It was an opportunity on Unfiltered for me to kind of have a new space because, I didn't have a bunch of people calling me trying to get me back into media when I moved home. It was a little different scenario for me. So,
Oh.
And it still is. But I mean, I did have one person who told me we need to get you back on air, and he's the person 2 frames over to my left. So, thankful for that. And I think that all of it happened for a reason. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to let you guys talk and not take nearly as long because I think your stories are a little more powerful than mine, at least for now. And yeah.
They're all powerful in different ways and stuff. Obviously the day and the week and circumstances will dictate certain things, but I think it's important, the faith, family, almost said football, boy, American.
Hey, listen, you were real close. You were real close to quoting what some of the taglines for some conservative organizations: faith, family, and freedom, buddy.
Wow, so close.
How about that?
He was almost a conservative. He was so close.
No, no.
We would love to have double A Anthony Alford. He would bring the charge. Honestly, he would be an incredible guy.
He's gonna pull his MAGA hat out of the back there in a second.
Sunday night, I'll let you know. I'm kidding. Hey guys, we'll take a. No, this is great. Sometimes it's nice to talk this out, and the greatest compliment that I received from family, over the weekend, hey, we love your show. We don't know what the hell you're talking about, but you guys are entertaining.
Dude,
I don't know what's going on with wrestling. But you guys are entertaining. And that's the greatest compliment we can give for this show, Side Hustle, because, Kyle and I, and shout out to Pete. Pete's on vacation this week. That's why we're at home. But we try to put out a great product. The last 128 episodes, we try to put out a great product, and not just for people who love professional wrestling, but even those who don't like professional wrestling but want to be entertained for an hour or so. We do.
Listen,
we do what we can.
The 23% of our listeners that are from the UK, we appreciate you. All right, we're speaking in an accent you don't know, bruv, but still, we appreciate you guys.
No, seriously, thank you guys. Are they still in the World Cup? I don't even know.
England is,
good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm done with the World Cup.
England and Norway coming up. That's gonna be a good matchup.
Oh yeah, no, we're really excited, dude. I mean, everybody. I'm at the edge of my chair.
Yeah. See, look, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like Scott Hall. Ooh. World Cup. Ooh.
Yeah, when the Argentina, what was that? Combo Verde, that was the best match.
Cape Verde, yeah.
Yeah, sure, them too. That was the best one. I was downtown. I was at Town Hall watching that, and it was really good because there were people from the countries there, and they were getting into it. And I'm like, "Ooh, this is fun." But yeah, the United States is out. They're all losers. So.
People from Cape Verde at Town Hall downtown.
I mean, they were cheering. They were wearing the jersey, and they were cheering. And I'm like, I don't see just some random guy being like, "That's my team for this tournament."
No, it's so fun because I've been off this week. I'll save the full tangent for Midnight Run next week. But I'm hearing all these people talk about, oh, we got to invest in the youth soccer program, this and that. And it's great ideas, but okay, fine. Do that instead of investing in, our American football. Do that instead of some of the other sports that our kids are actually locked into. You don't want to do that. No. You don't want to do that. So soccer can price whatever the hell they want and call it a day. And it's nobody's fault but ours. So, we're sitting here trying to say, oh, we need to do more to grow soccer. Yet, once the World Cup's done, or even right now, we've moved on. Once training camp starts, that's it. We're more focused about how some social media talent
Super Bowl,
Justin whatever.
Super Bra.
Yeah, we're so concerned about how LeBron is lifting weights on medicine balls than the growth of soccer. You mean to tell me that we care about this stuff?
No, we don't give a shit about soccer here.
No comment.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk wrestling. We have 2 world title changes. I believe I saw this stat the first time the top 2 North American promotions had a world title change in the same week since January of 1999.
Wow.
Pretty historic. We'll tell you who that is when we come back, and we'll get into the changes, right or wrong, both ways. Sammy dropping the title to CM Punk, and then MJF dropping his title to Kenny Omega to get Kyle's dream match at AEW All In.
Get Double A, get him a week to get some prep in. He gets some stats. Look at that.
Look at that. I'm taking another vacation in 2 weeks. I'm kidding. I'm not doing it. No. We'll take a break. Back with Side Hustle after this.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick. With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh. I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
So, Kyle, we go to break for 3 minutes. And our guest, he's Jake.
Oh, no, this is the part where I can't hear Double A.
Oh, you can't hear me now? Oh, you got to be kidding me. You got to be
He's going solo for a minute. Hold on.
You go. AM 1420's Jake Underwood joins us here on the show, and Kyle is frozen. How about it? Real quick, I do want to give a quick shout out to our team here at Inside Edge Network for stepping in. Kyle and Eli and Autumn and Chad, everyone for stepping in. So really appreciate it. Okay, now there's two Kyles. You see this on the bottom? Oh, you're on guest mode.
No, I see it. I see it here. I see
okay, so let's do this.
All right.
Oh my God. Who's that guy in the top right corner? There, he's gone. He was really dark. He needs to get his lighting checked.
Oh, he was frozen again. I got real nervous. I don't know. That might be my internet, though. I apologize if it gets choppy. That might be me.
Yeah, it's all you.
Yeah, we're going on the Wi-Fi.
Oh.
Yeah.
How about that? Real quick, what's the story about you hating Chicago?
Oh, I hate Chicago.
Well, you love Chicago, see?
No, I don't like Chicago. It's an overrated city. Just everything. It's not great. You go there, they sit there, they talk in their dumb accents, and all right. Chicago ruined America in the 1980s, and this is why. I'm going to tell you why. Because Chicago,
Jesus Christ.
Listen, Chicago humor ruined everything. The only redeeming quality of Chicago humor is John Candy, and he's from Canada. This Dan Aykroyd, this John Belushi, dumb BS, this like that's how it is. Every one of them is, well, hey there, buddy. Oh, gee, gonna get on the plane today, are you? Chicago sucks. Everything that comes from Chicago sucks. So bad that the Bears are getting the hell out of the city. Goodbye. Have fun. You got a bean. Congratulations. You got a giant silver bean. And you got a bunch of history that nobody cares about. Jordan kept you people relevant. Ferris Bueller was the only you got Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You got the Breakfast Club. Like if it wasn't for John, what was his name? John Hughes. If John Hughes wasn't from Chicago and if he was from Austin, nobody would give a crap about Chicago. Nobody would care. No,
well, Bears say hello, Hammond, Indiana.
But CM Punk is from Chicago.
Yeah, he's the
reason. We're well aware, and he is the perfect embodiment of Chicago. I'm a real tough guy. I'm the toughest guy ever. I don't like that backstage politicking. It's terrible. These damn part-timers. Don't mind me coming back after 4 months and, oh, that's a nice title reign you got there. 7 days, you say. Hey, Sammy, why don't you quit? Listen, this is what Sami Zayn should do. I'm going to give him career advice. He needs to quit. Talk just complete crap and bury the company for 10 years. Go to a new wrestling promotion for 2 years. Blame everybody again when you get booted out of there, and then come back to WWE, and then they're going to give you everything. That's how they work. And listen, I thought Sami Zayn becoming champion was a joke. The whole thing is a joke. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's stupid, quite frankly, just like Chicago.
Take this one, Kyle. I'm loading in sound. Go ahead, Kyle.
My God. No. So we talked about this last week on the Side Hustle Wrestling podcast. We're like, hey, Sammy is not going to have a long reign if he gets it. It's going to be short. Double A thought maybe they give him more time. A lot of the pro wrestling heads that talk were like, oh, Sammy's going to get a run. He's the champion, whatever stuff. Never saw that. And because they Punk and Cody is the match they've wanted for a long time. They want SummerSlam to feel special, just like WrestleMania. So that's the match you're going to get. And Punk is going to be the heel because exactly why Jake just said what he did. Because of the fact that he came out and was against part-timers and all that stuff. He's going to show up tonight on SmackDown because we're recording and we're airing on Friday. He's going to show up tonight and he's going to, oh, you missed me, did you? Yeah, whatever. He's going to lean into the part-time bullshit and say all of a sudden now that he was wrong and people are going to start booing him for it.
Do you realize, real quick, do you realize CM Punk has no support outside of Chicago?
They were chanting his name for like 10 years when he was gone, and that was every arena.
I'll stop. That was like 5 years ago. It was 5 years ago that happened. We're not doing this. You know what? Johnny Manziel must be a really good quarterback because the fans in Cleveland were chanting Johnny.
Okay, not like CM Punk though.
No, it's not because Punk actually can do the job. Like let's be completely fair too. Like he's Punk, a draw. He pulls in money, but that's not.
Hold on, based on what?
He still has a job. That's the important thing.
Been the top guy.
Now,
He's the top guy right now. I mean,
Well,
are you saying no? Hold up. Are you saying, with Roman Reigns being in the picture, does Punk have the ability to carry? He was carrying AEW for a hot minute.
He was the last $1 million viewership on a show was because of Punk. Since then, they have not even gotten close to that.
Okay. So yeah, because he was making a return.
No, that was like when he was just on the show. Like they were still getting those kind of
you
numbers.
So you think it was just CM Punk who did that?
I think he put them over the top as far as being a name everyone knows, and they actually know that he has history in this business. It's not like his guys just came out of nowhere. It's like
his foot, and then
then he missed time. Then the ratings went down. Then he came back. They went up a little bit again. No, then he broke his fist on Jack Perry's face, and somehow Jack Perry still has a job.
No, please remember, it was foot. Then he fought Then he fought John Moxley for the title. Moxley goes over because he broke his foot again during that match. Then that's when he left. Once again, took a bunch of time off because CM Punk gets sad and he misses his dog. So then he takes a bunch of time off because he gets hurt and everything else. And then he comes back and he goes, "You guys don't realize how great I am. I'm so good. And you people who aren't like me, well, you're dumb and you're stupid. And you play backstage politics because you're a backstage politicker." And then everybody goes, "Oh my God, he's exposing the business. Oh my goodness. Do you hear what CM Punk's saying? He's exposing it all." Like that's every CM Punk promo is, "Oh yeah, you're tough. Well, I'm a tougher guy because I'm a tough guy and I'm CM Punk. And you want to know how tough I am? I'm the toughest." And it's like, all right, dude, we get it.
But he says it with such confidence. At least, and listen, I know.
No,
the
AEW. Hold on, double.
Part, the AEW part, that's its own chapter, its own thing. I think it was a combination of him coming in with experience and an immature locker room at that time. And, AEW has a better locker room now.
I would agree with that.
But they needed to separate.
I'm gonna say one thing about this, and Jake, when we do talk about news stories and stuff, you're obviously really well informed. You know what you're talking about. In this situation, I'm gonna call bullshit on you. Like plain and simple.
On what part?
Pretty much most of that. Punk injured his foot one time when he jumped into the crowd, and that's when he had to drop the title to Moxley. It was the one time he missed time with injury there. He may have hurt his shoulder at a different point or his elbow, but he tore his tricep in WWE. That's the time he got injured again. That just happened at the Royal Rumble. He wrestled one match against Dom. It was a dark show. And then he came out and did the Rumble. Once.
A few weeks off, said it was fine, came back, re-broke the foot.
He just broke it once. He just kept going and trying to work through it, and that's why he had to take 6 months off or whatever it was. But again, whatever. That's not the point. The point.
Hold on. Okay, so he missed time for the injury twice. The same injury
that he tried to work through. Yes, because he wasn't trying to be a part-timer.
He tried to work through it so he could make WrestleMania, but it wasn't happening.
Well, no, he tried to work through it so he could make the AEW show because it happened in AEW.
Oh,
torn tricep, he was done. He knew he couldn't do anything. They still had him on the show to do talking head stuff, whatever it was.
Right. Okay,
you can listen. You can no. Hold on. You can hate Punk as much as you want, and you can hate Chicago and all that stuff, whatever it is. To say that he's not a draw in the business and he's not one of the main people in this business that draws money and gets ratings and gets pops from people, whatever it is, crowds, whatever. It's being ignorant to the situation. It just really is. It just is. Whether you like him or not, you can hate every single thing he says. You can think he's full of shit, whatever it is. It's just not true.
No, draw doesn't mean anything because, and this is why I'm going to say this, because they could sit there, they could talk about how they're making all of this money. Well, that's because they jacked ticket prices up. The hottest guy they had in the company was somebody who went, yeet. So I don't want to hear about how the product's great when that's the.
You don't have to like it. I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying he's the guy. He's one of the guys that does it. Again, it's not about whether you think it's great or not. It's about what draws at the end of the day for them. They don't care.
Well, then let's talk about what draws at the end of the day. Was he bigger than Undertaker's first time around? No. Was he bigger than Cena? No. Was he bigger than Orton? No.
Yes.
He was not.
He was bigger than Orton.
It's fun to talk about Randy now because he's older and he still looks crazy in shape and because he's a TikTok meme, not because he was that big in wrestling. Like it's his career. It's really he's built his career off of.
The first go around, I would have got a ticket for CM Punk over Randy Orton.
Yes.
So when he was punting Stephanie McMahon in the face, he wasn't that big of a deal.
That was during the summer of Punk, so it was kind of like simultaneous. Yeah, it was like right around that time. Yeah, because it was 09, 10, that kind of stuff. That's when Punk got his biggest. So yes, he was a bigger star at that point than Randy Orton was. Sorry.
I
mean,
just
he was. I mean, you can disagree. That's fine. But I mean,
Well,
you're allowed to think whatever you think, right?
I will say,
you be as
though,
wrong as you want. Remember, you said that.
So
no,
Summer
that's
of
fine.
Punk.
I understand you want to sit here and lick Punk. That's all right. You could do that, buddy.
No, so the
you like
Summer
Smurfs,
of,
I like Punk. Whatever.
the WWE Summer of Punk was 2011.
Yeah.
Randy Orton's peak was 09. So when Orton became a babyface in 11, Punk ascended and stayed there at the top once we got past summer of 2011.
I would
2010
argue,
on. He's been a mainstay.
I would
even when he was
argue
missing
that
time.
unless the babyface is John Cena or Hulk Hogan, the heel is always going to be more popular than the babyface. So is that on Orton?
No, but he flipped back and forth.
Honestly, it depends on your theory behind that logic, behind your statement.
I mean, look at DX.
They were technically baby faces. Yeah, because Vince was the heel, and the establishment was the heel, and they were going against the establishment, just like Stone Cold.
They were going out there grabbing their crotch and stuff.
Yes, they were Stone Cold. Yes, they were 100% baby faces. That was the time of the era. Just like Stone Cold was saying "fuck you" to everybody, and everyone loved it because he's against everybody.
If we want to talk about the time of the era, it was just completely it was all blended together. And then when Cena came in, they brought back that who's a heel and who's a babyface. That's when they brought that back. So much so that Rusev from different country, Rusev bad guy. Like they brought it back to that. I mean, they had people going out there, we the people. Like it went back to that early 90s. Right? Man, like let's not forget about Zed. Zed was out there making promos. Go watch those videos on YouTube. It'll blow your mind. Like they went back to that. I personally, I think Randy Orton is more popular than CM Punk. Here, we'll do it like 92 through the fan used to do the arguments. If CM Punk is on one side of the mini mall, and then you have Randy Orton on the other side, who's going to have a longer line to get autographed? 216.
Shut the hell up.
You know damn well this is a podcast.
Hey,
right? That's how that works, right?
Listen, okay, just never mind. I ain't even getting into that.
No, for me, the reason I don't like Punk is he's very hypocritical, and that's
fine. That's you can hate him, but like I just acknowledge the fact that in this industry, sure, Randy's on that list too of those big, larger than life guys. But if I see CM Punk walking down the street, I know who the fuck he is. Just like I know Randy, just like I know Cena, just like I know Roman. There are certain guys you just know.
And honestly, and I'll say this this is just me talking about CM Punk. I think he's one of the greatest promo guys in our industry. Yeah, in the history of the industry.
How do you feel about John Cena?
Best promo guys. And I say for this reason, either you love him or he'll piss you the F off.
Obviously.
And there's no in between.
See, the thing is, here's the thing though. I know what's going on in his match, and I don't even have to hear him talk. Like at some point, it gets to the point that the whole, ooh, he's exposing it. It's like, all right, we get it. I know what you're gonna do. Like when he had that, what was that big promo that he had where he was standing on the announcer's desk? Which one? Right? Because it's all the same thing. Come out, start in the ring, start on the outside, bum rush the camera, get in the camera's face, say something about your opponent that everybody goes, ooh. And then he hops on the announcer's table and he talks about how we're going to take it back because this is CM Punk and I'm better than you, or I'm going to say something and I'm going to recall something I did 12 years ago. And that's every CM Punk promo. Like, to be fair, people tell me that John Cena was good at promos. I don't think he was.
When he was bouncing, when he was in the ring with somebody else, when he was talking to them, he's good at it. When he's by himself, not as much.
Because every John Cena promo was this Sunday. Oh, it's going to be hard, but I'm going to beat his butt, and I'm going to do it because of all of you.
Yeah, by himself, not as good as a promo as when he had someone to bounce off of and target.
Well, and to be fair, I would say the same thing about Punk. Yeah, when he's sitting there and he's going back and forth with someone, but let's go back to the heyday. Let's go even Hulk Hogan. When Hulk Hogan was talking alone, you were like, what the hell is he going to say? And it brought you in. The same with Flair, the same with Stone Cold, Triple H, The Rock. When you're good at a promo, it's because you're able to do it by yourself. You're able to get the crowd engaged in it.
I think to go back to his feud with Roman Reigns going into WrestleMania, I do think we saw a little bit of that, but I blame it on the fact, because you got to remember, they had a hot back and forth the night after the Royal Rumble. And then because of Roman's schedule, the feud disappeared.
Punk was facing Finn Balor every other week, trying to bridge the gap in between this with Roman showing up once every other month. I mean, it was
So
tough.
I do think because of circumstance across the board, if a feud drags out and there's no physical or very little physicality, like there's nothing more at stake. Like it's me versus you at WrestleMania, and then that's it. What are you gonna say for 6 weeks?
Can I make a
7
comparison
weeks?
that maybe Jake will appreciate? And you can tell me I'm just dead wrong, but for some reason it popped in my head.
Mhm.
To me, to a level, CM Punk is the Howard Stern of professional wrestling. Shock talk. That's what it all is. It's I'm gonna break the fourth wall. I'm gonna do that thing. I'm gonna be very edgy. I'm gonna say whatever I need to say.
So you think well now Howard Stern completely changed broadcasting forever. You think CM Punk changed wrestling promos forever?
Yes.
Honestly,
I'm not gonna hesitate on that. Yes.
people didn't talk like that before him. They didn't go at the
You
company like that.
think?
Yeah.
What? They didn't.
No, because Stone Cold had a person. He was targeting Vince. It was you could tell it was very much like on one person. It wasn't, oh, and by the way, this entire company could suck my balls. No, it was, hey,
you're
Vince.
right. When Bret Hart stood in the ring and spelled out WCW, it CM Punk motivated him to do that. You're right. Yeah.
No, I think that probably motivated Punk too to a point, but Bret Hart wasn't known for his promos. It wasn't going out there every week saying, I'm going to leave fucking WWE for WC. This is why his company's trash.
How about Scott Hall? How about Scott Hall? How about Kevin Nash?
Kevin Nash
should be recognized. But yeah, I don't know.
Kevin Nash is actually an underrated talker.
You guys realize the reason why they're called the Outsiders is because the whole bit was that they were leaving WWE, like they didn't leave WWF. It was that they were invading WCW. You had DX knocking on the garage door at a WCW event. You had Eric Bischoff calling out Vince McMahon for a match at Slamboree to the point he was in the ring ready to fight him, and he technically won by countout. Don't tell me CM Punk was the first to do this. He wasn't the first to call out a company. You had Eric Bischoff calling out Ted Turner on live television.
This is all in competition's sake. This is not about being in a company, and it's a different version of what you're saying. You're correct, but it's a different version about it. It's not, I'm leaving the company, I'm pissed off, I'm going to call them out, or I'm not in a rival company and doing it. It's, I'm still working for this company, and I'm trying to change it from within by being an asshole and telling these people to fuck off and all that stuff. Scott Steiner's an idiot.
Well, then CM Punk's an idiot because Scott Steiner did that everywhere he went. Like, it's all been done before. Like, I know we want to.
It's not about who's done it before. It's about who revolutionized it.
Yeah, I don't think CM Punk revolutionized.
Oh, because you don't like him. I mean, that's I can't say one good thing about him, and you're not gonna have anything to say. So what's the point?
That's not true at all. There are a lot of things that CM Punk does well.
Are you gonna really say, all right, that pipe bomb promo, 2011, oh, that didn't change how we view wrestling, how we look at how we present professional wrestling? I mean, that promo and the whole presentation, you have an entire industry and multiple wrestling companies try to recreate that moment, and nobody's been successful at recreating that moment. I think that's a testament to CM Punk. Like, you can't tell the story of professional wrestling without telling the story of the pipe bomb in that moment.
Okay, well then tell the story also. Well then tell the story also how he was given the microphone by Paul Heyman and Vince McMahon, and they said, "Go do what you do." So who really revolutionized?
And he did it. Yeah, you have the coaches. You, as the player, you still got to execute.
So, all right, so let me ask this.
They didn't drop a play. They just gave him the mic and said, go. Like, he's like, okay, are you sure? They're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, here we go. Like, and he fucking did it. Like, he did it. He didn't have that written for him.
So let's Freddie Prinze Jr. was writing for the guy at the time. So he had good people around him. There were producers that he had to bounce it off of. All right, so let's go back to 2008 NFL, the Wildcat. Ronnie Brown discovered the Wildcat, and he revolutionized football because he was one of the first to successfully run the Wildcat offense.
The fact that you brought up his name, the fact that you tied in So
It's not no, don't even try and give him credit. It's not a good comparison.
No, because at the time, because he was a decent running back in the league. I could have also said
Decent.
Williams. He was there too. He was a first-round pick. That's why I know him. It's not like he was a nobody. But so he revolutionized football because he was able to score a touchdown because he was a running back who threw it. So he changed football forever.
I mean, if you're telling the story of the Wildcats, but I know. Listen, the Wildcat in football does not equal the pipe.
And Ronnie Brown is an 8-time champion, and he's one of the best ever to do it. And yeah, sure. I mean, like again, he's drawing comparisons to aid the argument, and I get it, and it's something we all do because we have training in this, so we can reference certain things. Like you're talking about fucking watching guys in the 70s when you weren't even born yet. So I mean, it's like sure.
You can't.
Remember back in the 70s when we were all around and we were watching these guys doing all these things? Like, no, because we weren't fucking alive. All right, so like,
if you don't like the argument, doesn't mean that you can't go. Well, I don't think it makes sense.
You can have an argument about whether you think the guy is cool or not, or you like him or whatever it is, but you can't deny what he's meant to the industry. Like he's been one of the most polarizing figures of all time. Like, I mean, it's not an argument.
The head coach of the Dolphins who did it, or was it the running back who revolutionized football with the Wildcat? Who was it? The same way, was it Vince McMahon and Paul Heyman who said, hey, go out there and do what you do, what we know you can do, because you've done it everywhere you've been. Ring of Honor, you did it. Do it here too. Do it. Go do it. Sell tickets. That's what it's all about. It wasn't like CM Punk went, oh, I know they wrote this promo, but I got to drop a pipe bomb and tell everyone the truth. No. They handed him that microphone and they said, go do what you do and sell us tickets. And what did he do? He went out there, he sat down, and he sold tickets. So he is good at doing that. I'm not saying he's not good at it. I'm not saying that he's not good at drawing the people in. I mean, really, when you listen.
Did you just try to argue with the past 30 minutes about him being a draw or not? Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
I don't think he's a top draw. I never said he wasn't a draw. I said he's not a top draw.
Who else is drawing? Who else? Who the fuck else? No one on AEW is doing it. I'll tell you that for damn sure.
Apparently, even if you bring it back.
Hold on, real quick. This is the issue. Everybody in WWE, yeah. That company, compared, it's been around for 10 years, if that, at this point. They're not as good as that company that's been around for 70. Well, really? Wow, that's crazy. What kind of argument is that? Like, really? Well, that company's not doing as well as the other one. Well, yeah, because they run things completely different, and that's okay. That's why.
But when TNA was 3 years old, we were saying it was close to WWE. AEW hasn't been close to WWE essentially ever.
TNA actually had a guy like Jeff Jarrett in charge of running it.
Exactly.
He did a good job. Okay. What are we talking? Are we talking about CM Punk, or are we talking about how AEW sucks? See, that's how they argue. The argument always goes back to, yeah, but AEW is not as good as it should be.
Well, no, WWE's been shit too for a while here as well. It's been bad. Like, it's
on AEW. Go call Tony.
Tony's a piece of shit too, but that's beside the point. But he's a really nice guy. He's a really nice billionaire. Sure.
Call him up.
I wish I could. Then he would delete my number.
I drew a blank. I forgot which Tony you was talking about. I thought you meant the
Tony
guy
the fucking Tiger. We're talking about Frosted Flakes.
Real quick. What was the name of the coach for Miami in 08? It's not Tony Soprano.
Sperano.
Sperano? That's right. I almost said Tony Soprano. But I'm like, no, I remember Bill Parcells was the GM, and I'm like, what was his name? The short he passed of a heart attack a few years ago, but he was a short Italian dude. I couldn't remember his name.
I don't know.
What was it? Soprano. What?
Sperano.
Soprano.
Damn it.
He's
Italian. He's Italian.
Here's Sami Zayn reacting to losing the championship in Jake's favorite city, Chicago.
I have a question. Come with me. I have a question. How is it that after 24 years of crawling and inching for every little inch to get the WWE Championship, after I finally get it, 9 days after I get it, that piece of can walk back in here after not being here for months, and waltz right in and get it? Get a chance? That mother, he has no business! No business!
All right, we cut it off, and then later on, apparently some fans flicked off Sami Zayn. He flicked them back. It was great.
Played his part. He played his part.
He did. He played his part. So
that revolutionized wrestling for me.
Say that again, Jake.
Eat the biggest, the fattest fucking Smurf dick you can find.
That revolutionized wrestling for me. I mean, when have we ever saw somebody backstage doing that? That's revolutionary. And of course they put him over in Chicago because that's the only city that he's over in. That's why AEW, just to get a good crowd and reaction, they had to go to it had to be in Chicago or near Chicago. So, they had to go see CM Punk.
I think they overdid the Chicago thing.
It was crazy.
They overdid it. I didn't like that. I'm like, CM Punk could be over in places other than Chicago. He is, but the over-reliance of Chicago, I understand that being a turnoff. I completely get it. I get that.
Hey, if they ever do a show on the Isle of Samoa for Roman Reigns, it's going to be wild.
Oh, man.
Let's do it every week. Hey, Miz is from Cleveland, and so is Dolph Ziggler. Maybe we should have TNA and WWE. They should just battle Wolstein Center on Mondays, and then whatever day TNA's on, they can have that day, and they can
Thursdays on AMC.
Thursdays on AMC, Mondays WWE, Thursdays, and we'll have them go to the Wolstein Center, and then the pay-per-views they'll have them at the Q or whatever it's called now.
You know what I miss, guys?
What do you miss, Double A?
I miss when the promoter would have the hometown hero always lose. Kurt Angle never won a match in Pittsburgh.
Oh, Vince made sure of that. He told me first walked out there, and they're gonna boo you. What? What are you talking about? It's my hometown. I'm an Olympic gold medalist. No, you're gonna get booed.
Kurt Angle has an 0 for 50 record in Pittsburgh. He wins everywhere else.
Those "You Suck" chants were legit for a while there. Yeah, it was pretty. That was an actual legitimate chant until people started appreciating him a little bit. Perk Angle changed all of that,
I've always loved Kurt Angle.
Kyle, do you think this is the right move, taking the title off of Sami Zayn?
Yeah, he's not. When I think of main event of night one of SummerSlam or opener even of either nights of the show, I don't think Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes or Sami Zayn versus whatever. Not yet. This has the opportunity to build in the storyline, like I said before, to like a Daniel Bryan type. People forget that Daniel Bryan won the world title first. He had it and lost it in what it was like 10 seconds with the Sheamus at WrestleMania before he eventually got back to the top of the mountain, like how many years later, whatever it was. So he had gotten that first championship as the cleaner cut version of Daniel Bryan. He kind of went downhill and then had the stuff with King, which was great. It was entertaining. It was funny. And then eventually built back up to being the underdog who finally got that championship against the system, so to speak, which was just Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. But I mean, now Sammy's got an opportunity and a reason to and one thing we know about Triple H, he likes to recycle storylines. So why not touch back into one of his most popular ones and have Sammy be the guy this time that has to come full circle, come all the way back and try to win the championship, maybe around WrestleMania season, who knows? But that story had a potential to be that kind of level of like, this guy's been busting his ass for all these years. And you can tell he's working his ass off. He's always there. He's almost never been hurt. All this, he's just been grinding. He finally got it. And all of a sudden taken from him. So like Punk's going to be a huge heel. Like he's going to be, if I'm them, I'm leaning into it. Like, I'm like, dude, come back and be even more of a dick. Like, just come back and, yeah, I came back. Who gives a fuck? I don't care what I said. I made up with Saudi. I can say whatever the fuck I want, that kind of thing. Like, he can do whatever he phrase it like that to paint Punk as that heel. Cody is kind of just the stopgap in between possibly Sammy having to work his way back to that point. Even if it was just a token run, I'm okay with it. Sammy can say he's a WWE champion. That's cool. We get to a bigger match that more people technically want to see. I guess at SummerSlam with CM Punk and Cody. We thought maybe that was going to be WrestleMania at one point this past year. But it sucks for him, but also it could lead to something bigger. So we'll see.
I look at Sammy as a bigger star after
now,
9
yeah.
days.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if it's just me. I look at Sami Zayn as a bigger star. 9 days. I love the reaction afterwards. It changed the business. I'm kidding. But I love the
God.
You can't tell the story of pro wrestling without that. Never mind.
Sami Zayn's 9-day title reign.
But to me, Sammy's a bigger star. Sometimes, listen, my issue with Triple H, not every person needs a 3,000-day title reign. Okay, occasionally switch it up. Occasionally somebody has to drop the title after 9 days. It could work. It can happen. I understand why they did it that way too. Typically, if it was technically a bait and switch. We were supposed to get Sammy versus Cody, and then the injury angle at the beginning of the show, and then it's Chicago. Boy, I wonder who they're gonna pick. Should have brought out Otis, and then
It would be really funny if Colt Cabana came out. Let's bring back all the ghosts. Come on.
Oh man, that would have been nice. That would have been nice. But if they go babyface, Cody and Punk going into SummerSlam, I think we know who Jake's rooting for. What is your feeling, Jake? I've never asked you about Cody Rhodes.
Oh, I like Cody.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I like Cody. I liked Cody like in the first go around. I liked him. It just I always thought he was a good wrestler. I didn't necessarily enjoy him on the microphone that much.
He got better.
He has. Listen, that video that they put out with Secretary Kennedy, there was hardly any lisp. I was like, look at you, buddy. But
those acting classes, he's learning how to mask it. Yeah,
he is. But no, I like Cody. I mean, the story's there, with his dad, and I liked his dad. I like Gold Dust. Like I like his family. They're a good wrestling family. I like Cody. And when it comes to Sami Zayn, his title run, I laughed to the point I went, all right, well, I'm done for a little bit. That's what this is, because it's just nothing. Absolute crickets.
I thought my window was open.
I thought it was outside. I like
crickets.
We don't got that here in Bedford. I'm kidding.
We don't got crickets in Bedford.
We don't. We have other things. That ain't one of them.
Like it felt like a punchline. It felt like a punchline.
God,
like it was a joke.
bored.
It was dumb. It was dumb. And listen, no, I don't. Honestly, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Okay, this is what's going to happen. Ready? They're going to build up Sami Zayn as this he's going to do it. He's going to be the guy. He's going to get his title back. And then Kevin Owens is going to come out. And like you said, they love repeating storylines. And then we're going to have part 52 of Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. And then they're going to hate each other. And then they're going to hug in the ring. And for some reason, wrestling fans are still going to eat it up. Just this tastes so good. And then you know what they're going to do? They're going to hug. They're going to hug at the end of their match. And then they're going to become tag team champions. And they're going to beat Oos. And they're going to beat them. And then it's going to be in the middle of a match. And Kevin Owens is going to turn on Sami. Tell me if you've seen this before. This is brand new. This is revolutionary to wrestling. And he's going to turn on Sami. And that's going to lead you up until SummerSlam next year. This is going to be a year-long thing. Just get ready. That's all.
I do miss Kevin Owens a lot, though.
I do too, but I don't.
Proposed storyline separate. Yeah. I hope the neck injury. I hope he's better. Yeah, but I mean.
Oh yeah, no, I hope he's good too. That's like Big E. I would love to see Big E wrestle again.
He's done.
Yeah. No, he's become the official spokesperson for a Primal Viking, the supplement. So
hey, you know what? Good for him. No, good for him. Big E's in good spirits. I had the opportunity to see him a few years ago. He's in great spirits. He's doing well. All right, let's breeze through a few of these. We have a new AEW World Champion. And let me fulfill the tease before the commercial break, like
as my soundboard
30 minutes ago. Who was that?
That was a shit. That was a long shit.
Hold on. I'll go ahead and do it, Kyle. I'll give you the reaction. I'll give you the sound. He loves Kenny Omega.
I'll shit longer than your sound.
Kenny Omega, the new AEW World Champion.
What a fucking joke.
We get Omega Ospreay 3 at AEW All In.
I'll pine in for that one.
Coming up in August.
Bruv.
The first time the top two North American promotions have had a title change in the same week since January of 1999. It happened on the same night. One channel, a finger, put out Kevin Nash. Hulk Hogan
it was so instrumental to the fabric of professional wrestling. The finger poke of doom.
Actually, that killed the company. And on the other side, Mankind defeated The Rock to win the WWF Championship.
And it put butts in the seats.
Yes, it did. Both moments, you can't tell the story of professional wrestling without talking about both of those moments, January 4th, 1999.
Oh, I know there's a podcast. They talk about 86 weeks.
83 or 84. Don't give him extra weeks.
83. Yeah, don't give Bischoff more credit. Yeah.
Don't give Bischoff more credit.
I remember sitting down with Hulk, and I said, Hulk, what do you think about a finger poke? And he said, that doesn't work for me, brother. And I said, but Hulk, wouldn't you just like it? The networks might like it. And he said, well, brother, let me know, brother. And then that idiot Conrad, every podcast, that guy's on there. So, Eric, tell me, what is it that you thought about the finger poke of doom when he was poking people with the finger? Excellent question, Conrad. I was actually backstage, and I had an itch in my armpit, and I poked it, and I said, wait, let me go ask Hulk about this.
True story.
I'm somehow related to Ric Flair, so everybody knows me. Now I produced every podcast. Got it. Thanks, Conrad.
Hey, we got Goldberg. Goldberg's going to do this or whatever. Oh, Goldberg's going to magically make it back from the medical facility into the ring. But
he headbutted his way through it to get back here.
Yeah, he did.
Unbelievable. My funniest thing, look at Sting the night of Starrcade. Doesn't work for me, brother.
Don't be surprised, by the way, if Kenny versus Ospreay turns into Kenny versus MJF versus Ospreay, by the way. I just want to point that out. There's too much between all three not to make that a triple threat. I'd be shocked unless it's going to be MJF and Cowboy or whatever the fuck his name is now if he's leaving on the program.
Well, they'll listen. Tony, the only thing I question about all of this, the only thing I question, all right, fine. You're going to get the dream match. People will pay to see that. And among AEW fans, a lot of positive reaction knowing that we're getting Omega and Ospreay. So fair enough. My only thing would be, well, why did you go through with the whole Darby experience in the first place? Wouldn't it have been better for MJF to have that title straight through, and then maybe at Forbidden Door, instead of the Mark Briscoe story, you run that title match at Forbidden Door. You give people another reason to watch. Ospreay would have won the Owen Hart tournament earlier tonight. You would have had Ospreay sitting at ringside. Hey, winner of this match faces Ospreay at All In, and you do the title switch then. Reward the pay-per-view audience. And I only say this because with AEW, they're actually charging full prices for their pay-per-view. So I want the pay-per-view audience to be fully satisfied with story, not just wrestling, but story, and rewarding. I didn't feel right giving that match away, giving that result away on Dynamite. That's just
and you in that one moment, Double A, become a better booker than Tony Khan has the entire time he's been running that promotion.
My goodness.
Oh, stop
Give me the applause.
Guess what? Guess what? In 2019. No.
Hey, let Double A have his applause. You shut up.
I'm told why he should be getting it. So in 2019, guess who had more booking experience in pro wrestling, Double A or Tony Khan? The answer is the same amount.
Kyle doesn't like AEW.
No, it's not that I don't like AEW. I don't want the person booking the show. They have good talent. They have good wrestlers. It's the person running the show who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, he doesn't.
And I want to like it. I ask him. I've given it so many chances. It's just too fucking hard. It's too hard. And WWE's been bad. There's been some bad WWE recently too. That's not saying they're so great and they're so bad.
Right, Kyle?
It's both. They both can suck a big dick sometimes.
You're not going to like my answer here. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's the same thing that I told people when they were complaining to me about Bad Bunny. It's not for you.
I know it's not. It's not for most people.
You're not.
It's a very niche audience. I'm already a niche audience. It's crazy.
Right. And they like it. What's wrong with that? It's okay.
Yeah, and they fuck their cousins and they live at home still. Sure.
The flippy dudes are the ones that do that. I don't know about that.
No, the fans.
I mean, but the fans of the flipping dudes.
Pan a front row at an AEW show and let's take a look at which Jim, Bob, and Harry. They're all
like, I get it.
My baby with my mama. I'm 45 and I haven't touched a woman.
That doesn't mean that it's bad.
No, it's indicative of who actually likes that kind of bullshit.
Well, now you're just quoting MJF when he talks about AEW fans.
He's right.
Unless you get paid by them, then it's like,
Oh,
I hate them.
Listen, I can
I
either
like
confirm it or not. Yeah, I love
Yeah, I
Tony.
mean,
It's great.
yeah, I mean, they
Now,
don't-
now, do I really feel that way? You'll never know.
Yeah.
Jake, what do you think about this? I mean, now you get Kenny Omega's the champ.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. He tweeted. It's been like almost like 1,600 some.
Yeah, it'd been a while.
I didn't realize it was that long. It felt
not
like
gonna
he
last
just
long
had
either.
the title, but he really didn't.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Kenny
it
Omega's-
makes sense because that's the fans like Kenny Omega. It does. It makes sense for him. I get it. It's cool. You got 3 of the bigger stars. Kenny Omega's held titles all over the world. I mean, he was insane in New Japan, as were a lot of people. Come here, and it's cool. He's been out with injury. He's had the diverticulitis stuff going on, which is not good. So it's cool to see him come back from that. He cuts promos a little weird. Double A, we were in attendance for probably the most real promo he ever cut. Do you remember that on Will Ospreay?
Oh, I'm drawing a blank. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm drawing a blank.
It's when Will Ospreay debuted. Remember when he comes out in the ring? He debuted in Cleveland, I believe, or it was like the second time.
That's right.
And Kenny Omega went off script a little bit, and that's when he went, so you're going to come here and try to make up for what you couldn't do in New Japan? You couldn't pick up my coattails there, so you're going to try it here? It was like, oh, damn. Like,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
like, you could tell because it was like right before they went to break, and he went from talking like this, like he normally does in promos, to, yeah, you're going to try it now? Yeah, good luck. And it was
That's
like,
right.
ooh,
Do that.
ooh.
Do that.
Stop. We
Just
get it. You don't like
talk fucking normal.
It's okay. It's okay. The same way I don't like Punk, you're allowed to not like Kenny Omega. It's all right.
God,
It's okay. Listen, I wouldn't expect CM Punk to listen to me. I don't expect Kenny Omega to listen to you, especially wearing that hat.
Wow.
Yeah, well, no, because Kenny Omega likes the Flying Dragons or whatever team in Japan is or whatever.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I'd say it's to each their own.
He's a baseball fan.
Sure, he could be over as hell in Japan. Hell, he can go back if he wants. He could stay there. It'd be great.
You know what? He probably could. He'd make a lot more money than he's making now.
By all means, take the initiative. Go ahead.
But why would he leave a company that he has a say in?
You can't tell me they wouldn't listen to Kenny Omega a little bit if he went over there. He's the biggest star ever.
I don't know.
Drew all that money.
I mean, AEW didn't give him his own show like they did other people now.
Oh, yeah. No PBS show for Kenny Omega.
Yeah, everybody wants to be EVPs until they actually have to do the work of the EVPs. Then one guy decided to do it. They didn't like him very much. So there you go.
Mad? Why are you still mad at AEW? What's wrong, Kyle?
Because Tony Khan's a fuckhead. That's why. I hate him.
Why?
I hate him. I hate the goody two shoes. I'm a good person. Oh, I'm nice to everybody. Sure you are, dude. Like, fuck off. Like,
He wasn't nice to you. What happened?
I see through bullshit.
What?
Like, I know you generally feel the way you do, and I respect you for it. Like,
what
with him, he's an asshat. He's a daddy's boy little bitch, and he needs to go away. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of it.
He's a friendly guy.
Give AEW to Shane McMahon and just run the fuck away. Just do it.
Listen, first of all, you can ask Double A. My love for Shane McMahon is I mean, it reaches.
And he had a chance. And he met with Shane in an airport, and he had a chance to bring him in as the GM
right,
or to
and
work
he
and
didn't
actually
want
book
to.
the show.
It's his company.
Because I want to do my own thing on
All
my
right,
company, and I
go.
want the 14 people that like it to watch. Eat a old dick.
Time out. On a future episode of this show, Jake and I will battle over Shane McMahon. All right, time in.
Yeah, and listen, I love Shane. I would have loved that. I was hyped for that. But at the same time, the guy's allowed to do what he wants with his company. And you know what? It's successful. He's still he's
Is
still
it?
around. Is he still there?
Is he losing money? We don't know because he won't release the books. We don't know what's
He
going
doesn't
on.
have to. It's his money.
Exactly.
not running for
So we don't
office.
know what's successful or not. We have no
What in the
idea.
world? You want to see profits?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It's a business, isn't it?
This-
We're in capitalism, right? This is the thing. I want to see if you're fucking making money or not, so I can criticize you properly. If
You
you're
ask-
making money,
if you're
I'll take
corner-
back what I said.
you
If
ask-
you're making money, I'll stop shitting on you, Tony Khan. If you're making money, I will rescind what I've said about you being a
WWE
bad
was
businessman
making so
and a
much
shit
money
fucking
that's why they
owner
had to
and a
be
terrible
bought
fucking
by
wrestling
TKO.
promoter.
WWE was making so much money. That's why TKO had to go in there and save their ass.
They didn't save the rest. They bought him. Vince made bank on that fucking deal, dude. Vince made bank on that fucking sale.
Well, yeah, because they were losing money.
No, they weren't.
Oh, stop.
They were not. That model was not losing money. They were still drawing crowds. They were still selling out. They were still doing all this stuff.
Yeah, no, I know a lot of businesses, they go, man, we're so successful right now. We need to sell immediately.
Vince needed to sell because he's a fucking old pervert that got caught doing what he was and then decided to pay the girl off.
Allegedly.
He's going to pay her off in civil court. There you go. Merry Christmas.
Allegedly. We'll see.
I just want to share with our audience that I hate when these guys argue and there are points that they make and I know what they mean, but you guys don't know what it means. It's my absolute favorite. It is little things, it's little subtle things. All right, we're out of time. Real quick, this week in pro wrestling history, 30 years ago.
What fucking topic.
Wow.
This ties into everything. It just comes full circle, you know?
You can't tell the story of professional. Okay, I quit.
With the NWO, I give a lot of credit. Yeah, that was different. That was something that we didn't see a lot before, just from the actual impact it had on the industry as a group. I think the Four Horsemen is up there as well, but then obviously NWO is like maybe the second like really big group where you're like, oh shit. And then it became too big of a group because everyone joined it. But that's beside the point.
I did see an article. I forgot who did it, but they did a great job. It's like 30 years later, things you like, things you didn't like about the Bash at the Beach 96, just the event. And they mentioned like, hey, give WCW credit from this aspect. A one-show storyline, they built it throughout the show. Who's the third man? Who's the third man? Doing backstage interviews. Who could be the third guy? They're waiting for the third guy. Oh, Eric Bischoff. And we don't think about any of this at all. Eric Bischoff, he's too busy. He can't do commentary. Who joined the NWO months later. But things you don't think about at that moment. And I think if both companies did more of that, that would be huge. But obviously, 30 years ago, that happened. We could have also did 28 years ago, Goldberg defeating Hulk Hogan, Nitro, at the Georgia Dome in July of 98. It popped the rating. And then they never beat WWF ever again. But they popped the rating. And
well, the worst thing about Hogan joining the Outsiders was Bobby Heenan. Oh, whose team is he on? Shut up, you.
I wonder
nuts.
People who are older than us, if they felt like Heenan gave that away.
Well, that's what he did though. So if you go back and you watch when Michaels throws Jannetty through the barbershop window, he goes, "Oh, I knew he was going to do that." Like that's just that's just what he does. He just did that. Like for me, that like if I'm in his ear, I'm going, "You shut up. You let the moment breathe." That's another thing these wrestlers both need to do. Let the moment breathe. I don't when music hits and somebody's returning, I don't need Michael Cole to go, "Oh my goodness, is it really him?" Just let the moment breathe.
Yeah,
let the crowd tell the story of it. When the glass shatters, yes, we know it's Stone Cold, Michael. Yeah, we know. We've been watching for 30 years, and we know that it's Stone Cold. And you know what? Even the people there, and even new watchers that don't know Stone Cold, they'll know it's him because on the giant screens you have there, it says Stone Cold. So they're going to be able to tell who it is, Michael. You don't need to scream that they're here. I understand that he's here when the music hit. I get it. Yes. Yeah. I get it. But yeah, that's, I mean, and yeah, you asked in the thing, what was better, Cena or Hogan? It's Hogan by a mile. Cena's heel turn was terrible. Absolutely terrible. It was awful. It was awful.
Cena had good moments, but it was nowhere near like the Hogan heel turn. No.
Well, let's just identify the turn itself. The night that it happened, not the entire run. The entire run, Hogan wins.
The moment of Rock, because I think we were all together. Because that's when Cody told Rock to go fuck himself. And I was like, holy shit, he just said that. And then that's when Cena kicked him in the dick. Like, everyone else kicks Cody in the dick. But he's not having any more kids. 2 with Brandy, and that's all. They're done. They can't. He physically can't. Like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're inside of his belly at this point. The Montana's been kicked in the nuts. But, dude, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good job, Cody. They call him Raheem for a reason. We all know why. But... The moment itself of Cena's heel turn, because of what we thought it was going to be, Like, oh, he's going to be with Rock. He's going to be with, I mean, Travis Scott, who gives a fuck, but Rock and Cena together.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. That could be watchable. We could be like, okay, we could get something, and maybe it leads to another Rock Cena match where Cena goes off in the sunset. Cool. Like, I could sign up for that. And then obviously it didn't happen. And it led to a bunch of letdowns and a bunch of dream matches we were going to get anyway with Cena, because Cena was going to fight Randy one more time. He was going to fight Punk. He was going to fight all these people. Like, Hogan just, that was earth shattering, and that changed the landscape of wrestling from a standpoint of now there's a competition. Now it's really like they were coming up a little bit. WCW was getting some ratings, getting some numbers, started to draw people. That was like, oh fuck, they're doing something real different over there.
And then
now.
he did the promo that night.
Yes.
He
Getting
didn't
shit
wait.
thrown at him. Like, that's when you know you're really heat, when you're really over, and people hate your ass when they're throwing shit at you in the ring. It's like, oh, we don't care if we get kicked out. We're gonna fucking pelt you with some shit. Like,
Well, and again, the craziest thing, the Cena run from Chamber to WrestleMania, flawless. For the most part, his performance was flawless. The story, iffy, and then
because we had the
shit.
promise of, we had the thought of, again, Rock's going to be a part of this. He's eventually going to, okay, he's not going to come back to WrestleMania because it's Rock. It's got to be a big show, whatever, fine. But he's in the background pulling the strings. That's what we all thought.
Right.
And then for it not to come to fruition, kind of made that couple months where Cena was cutting pretty good promos and, he was saying a lot of real things about how people were treating him, especially the fans, all that stuff. It made it all go like, it fell flat like a, plate of piss at that point, because it just,
See, for me now, when I go back, like the lead up to it, yes, it's great. Travis Scott comes out, and knowing how much of just like a cluster that was, where like he's like legit like busting Cody in the face, it kind of takes it away from me. Where I'm like, all right, this guy's an idiot. Like, he was actually, and if I have to hear fiend one more time, I hate that song.
Actually,
I hate it.
Double A's at the gym pounding out miles on the treadmill with that song.
Yeah, every time I hear it, because it would just it felt like for a year and a half it was just the WWE premium live event, and you just hear You know what it reminds me of? In Forrest Gump, when the prince goes upstairs with the mom,
Yeah,
and he goes and he comes downstairs. He goes, "Your mama really cares about your education. You don't talk much, do you?" And then Forrest goes, That's what it reminds me of.
Oh my God.
That's what it reminds me of. And every time I think of little Forrest with his braces on his legs, because they had magic legs, and he's sitting there and he's just wants to go to school, and he couldn't. That's what I think of every time I hear fiend. That, or I think of Boy Meets World. I don't think of Travis Scott. That's what I think of. So good luck. Next time you
missed that.
out to that and you start laughing, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be
breaking news. Travis Scott is still walking to the ring.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was another thing. Like, he just
Undertaker's watch the ring like a fucking NASCAR event.
He's looking at his title. He's looking at it.
Shine that thing up real nice. Turn that some bitch up. All right, sir.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, Jake, I appreciate you coming on. I needed someone to you and Kyle to carry me on this episode tonight. Thank you for coming on.
Yes. Anytime.
Jake's gonna strap me to the hood of his car on Sunday when we go to church.
Oh man. I'm telling you, next time Jake's on, we're gonna have a conversation about Shane McMahon. Because we do not see eye to eye on.
No, we do not. And
I'll let you guys fight about that. I'll sit in the back.
Yeah, no, you're wrong on Shane.
One of the most overrated wrestlers in the history of.
Let's save it. I know.
Hold on. How can you say he's overrating when there was no expectation for him to be good?
He's a McMahon, brother.
He went too far.
That's my point.
He went too far. Oh my God. Puffing and puffing.
Yeah, like Jey Uso when he gets down to the ring after going through the fans.
Yeah, there's Jey Uso and like CM Punk will do the next title match where he's red in the face and he's
all right, fine. Snoop Dogg will say pro wrestling. See you next time. The